you looking for this?
There must be quite a story to go with it. Won't you tell me?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're looking at 5 live-action or photorealistic Disney remakes that did justice to their animated source material, and another 5 that left us wanting to watch the original.
It's never good when people start slamming doors.
I'm sorry I asked for a story, Wendy.
No, it's not your fault.
Number 5, Kill the Legacy, Beauty and the Beast.
But I thought...
Oh, what, that once this door closes, it will not open again?
While Disney's past live-action remakes were hit and miss, they at least tried to differentiate themselves. With Bill Condon's Beauty and the Beast, Disney developed a habit of virtually copying the same movie.
This place seems familiar, like I've been here before.
On one hand, the 1991 classic was a Best Picture nominee. If it isn't Baroque, don't fix it. But why remake it if there's nothing to improve? The musical numbers aren't as lively, the colors aren't as vibrant, and the few changes we do get just raise more questions.
Oh, you are very strong. This is a great quality.
What are you?
I am Lumiere.
Aside from being a cash cow,
I'm not done with you yet.
the film's only purpose is to address plot holes that millennials whined about online. Okay, it's firmly established that the prince wasn't turned into a beast at age 11. Does that really make this a better movie? Number 5, Worked, Cruella.
I want to make art, arty. And I want to make trouble.
Wicked popularized the idea of reframing classic stories from the villain's perspective, making them more sympathetic. Cruella continues this trend, but with a few standout differences.
Who are you? You look vaguely familiar.
I look stunning. I don't know about familiar, darling.
While Cruella is more nuanced here, this isn't purely a case of society turning a good person bad. Cruella always had a nasty side, and this adaptation allows her to embrace it.
She killed my dogs.
It also allows Emma Stone to have a ball in the titular role, practically exploding with bliss every time she says darling.
Hang on, we haven't started yet, darling.
Craig Gillespie's slick direction, Jenny Bevan's Oscar-winning costumes, and a killer soundtrack make this one of Disney's most atmospheric live-action adaptations.
All right, we should put on some music or something. Lighten the mood.
We might have enjoyed it even more had the story been permitted to go even darker, but the film earns that PG-13 rating nonetheless.
People do need a villain to believe in, so I'm happy to fit the bill.
Number 4, Kill the Legacy, Dumbo.
Tell me you didn't do it. You did it? Never do anything, I tell you, without checking with me first.
Although visually inventive, Dumbo lacks the edge we'd expect from director Tim Burton or the 1941 classic. Removing the crows, we understand, but this adaptation feels like a watered-down version, especially in the pink elephant department.
Pink elephants. So?
What's more, the remake carries a fair deal of hypocrisy considering that the villain is an amusement park owner who throws money at the product he wants.
The future of the entertainment business is to bring the audience to you.
And fires most of the personnel who come with the acquisition. We mean, Disney would never do that.
Employees began receiving notifications this week with more layoffs planned for April through June. The cuts will reduce the overall workforce and affect, we're told, all entities that Disney owns, including amusement parks and media holdings.
The film's message about returning wild animals to their natural habitat is well-intentioned. But again, Disney hasn't always practiced what they preach. Remember when Disney's Animal Kingdom was ranked among the 10 worst zoos for elephants? These real-world parallels make for a distracting watch.
What is it exactly that we do here? I'm not showing you.
Number 4, Worked, Pete's Dragon.
You know those woods like the back of my hand. I couldn't have missed a dragon.
Well, you miss Pete.
Comparing David Lowery's Pete's Dragon to the 1977 original is like night and day. Where one is cute and lighthearted, the other isn't afraid to tackle deeper concepts like death, trauma, and starting over.
You're very brave. Did you know that? You might be the bravest boy I've ever met.
Gone are the over-the-top villains and musical numbers, but in their place, we're given characters with layers and several quiet, poignant moments. This is especially apparent in Elliot the dragon, who doesn't talk, but his facial expressions speak louder than words. The film also manages to tie in an environmental message that surprisingly doesn't feel forced or overly preachy. To us, this is what a remake should do: maintain the essential elements while experimenting with different tones, themes, and dynamics. Turning something familiar into something fresh.
He could even tell you what happens next. He knows that the North Star shines brightest of all. He knows that there's magic in the woods, if you know where to look for it.
Number 3. Kill the Legacy. Peter Pan and Wendy.
Lewd alligator, confront the creator. Thine eyes shall see the mystery.
David Lowery sadly couldn't work the same magic with his take on Peter Pan. It's a shame, since Peter Pan and Wendy has some interesting ideas, particularly concerning Captain Hook's origins. Those ideas aren't given enough room to breathe, however.
Some things do change.
You're not supposed to talk about that.
What? What aren't we supposed to talk about?
Hook wasn't always Hook.
Characters like John, Michael, and the crocodile feel shoehorned into the story simply because they were in the source material. Even Wendy, who's well played by Ever Anderson, gets lost in a movie that's supposed to be half about her.
The Wendy Peter went to find? The Wendy who knows the bedtime stories?
Because if you don't know stories, then you're an imposter.
And you know what we do with imposters. Stop doing that!
This is one of the least imaginative interpretations of Neverland, and there's no sense of fun.
I like hearing stories about myself.
We appreciate that they tried something a little different.
What have you done?
But the film comes off as grown up in all the wrong ways, never quite taking flight.
Just think happy thoughts.
Peter. I haven't got any.
Number 3. Worked. Cinderella.
Oh, for heaven's sake, let's just go for it.
Oh, something's definitely happening.
As much as we love the 1950 version, the animal sidekicks could occasionally steal the show from the film's namesake.
Yeah, keep them busy.
Kenneth Branagh's adaptation wisely keeps the focus on Cinderella, while also fleshing out a few other key players.
You don't know who I am? That is, they call me Kit, or my father does, when he's in a good mood.
Richard Madden's Prince Kit is a much more well-defined character, sharing a natural chemistry with Lily James's Ella.
Dance. That's it.
Cate Blanchett strikes just the right note as Lady Tremaine.
Sorry to have to tell you, but your mother's taste was questionable.
Bringing new depths to the villain while still being menacing above all else. In terms of sets and costumes, this may be the best-looking Disney remake, creating a fairy tale world we want to live in. It might not be able to compete with the original's legacy, but Branagh's modern take deserves to be used in the same sentence.
I was having a fine old time. You had to go and choose that one, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Number 2. Kill the Legacy. Pinocchio.
Jumping jeepers, he's alive!
Watching Robert Zemeckis' Pinocchio, we kept asking ourselves, why?
Just keep walking. You'll find out. Some storyteller you are. Shall I continue?
Why remake a movie if you're not even going to change the main character's design? Why would you make Pinocchio well-behaved to the point that he doesn't need Jiminy Cricket to be his conscience? Why force poor Tom Hanks to wear a ridiculous wig and do his worst House of Gucci impression?
It talks too much. Get it? It talks too much. Tick-tock. The clock tick-tocks too much.
Why spend $150 million on a remake nobody asked for only to dump it on a streaming service? Why make it live action if most of the characters and environments are going to be CG anyway?
Hi, diddle-dee, an actor's life for me.
Why release it the same year as another Pinocchio retelling that was better in every way?
Your son is happy to have fun.
We'd go on, but our list of questions is longer than Pinocchio's nose at this point.
What's happening, Jiminy?
Looks like some sort of fairy magic. Kinda on the nose, if you ask me.
Number 2. Worked, The Jungle Book.
Hey there.
The word that best describes Jon Favreau's Jungle Book is balanced. It finds a solid middle ground between Rudyard Kipling's stories and Disney's animated adaptation.
This is nice up here. Now he can climb. Please don't tell me you're about to head down.
It preserves Disney's lovable characters while delving deeper into the mature themes of Kipling's work. Mowgli, in particular, is a more complex and active protagonist this time around, attempting to build a bridge between two worlds.
Stay here.
But I want to fight with the wolves.
You can't fight him like a wolf. You're not a wolf. Fight him like a man.
The Oscar-winning effects also unearth a happy medium between realism and personality. The animals look real, but you can still see the voice actors in their faces. While the 1967 film marked a significant milestone in Disney's legacy,
I wanna be like you.
This is the rare remake that's more visually innovative and arguably stronger on a storytelling level. It's all of the bare necessities and more.
I mean the bare necessities, oh Mother Nature's recipes that bring the bare necessities of life.
Number 1. Kill the Legacy, The Lion King.
We're here! Oh, everyone calm down, we're here. The backup has arrived.
The original Lion King is one of the grandest and most impactful animated films ever made. In that sense, nothing can truly kill its legacy. Although this remake's existence cheapens it.
But I thought a king could do whatever he wants. Take any territory.
While others search for what they can take, a true king searches for what he can give.
With The Jungle Book, Jon Favreau put a unique spin on a well-known story while playing with groundbreaking technology. With Favreau's The Lion King, it's all about the technology, but even that misfires.
Look, kid, we've all made mistakes. There must be something we can do, right?
Not unless you can change the past.
Although we can't say the visuals are unimpressive, Favreau goes all in on realism this time, which doesn't service a story where animals need to talk, sing, and display humanoid emotion. This adaptation is to Lion King what Gus Van Sant's Psycho remake is to Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece.
He lives in you.
It's exactly the same, but all of the passion has been sucked out.
It's no circle.
No, not at all.
In fact, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
It's a line.
Yeah.
It's a meaningless line of indifference.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Worked, Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
And you look different. Hey, it's no secret I had the CGI surgery done, and it's done wonders rejuvenating my career. I'm actually starring in a play tonight.
Whether you want to call it a remake, a reboot, or a comeback, as the poster proudly proclaims,
I didn't think you cared about the show back then.
Chippendale Rescue Rangers is an adaptation that gets nostalgia right. The filmmakers' affection for the Disney afternoon staple is on display, but so is their drive to make this version their own. The result is just as much a Roger Rabbit love letter with clever satire and a cavalcade of side characters, some more shocking than others.
Peter, is that really you? You got old.
Yeah, death is coming for us all, kid.
At its core, though, the film understands Chippendale's dynamic, making for one of the studio's best buddy pictures in a long time. Taking risks that pay off and mixing the old with the new in inspired ways, it's one you must have let slip through the cracks.
That worked out well. You saved my life. You do the same for me.
Which live-action adaptations do you think worked, and which left you asking why? Let us know in the comments.
Their ship is so big. Wish ours was that fancy. I'd be so happy if ours was that fancy.
Why is that? Because it looks better?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.